Buonasera, people of the Drama House. Oh, what's up? How's it going, beautiful people, joyful citizens of the world? What's up? What's up? The Drama House Talks is live, so call your bestie and tune in, baby, because what an episode we have. Look, I'm losing my shoulder over it. How's it going? Oh my God, the best live chat in the entire world. Let me give a major shout out to them. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. VM, how's it going? Clapping for you. Legend. I hope you're good. I hope you're good, Greg. Greg, I'm clapping for you too. Only legends in the building. Only legends in the building, honey. And of course, Cherry Bonbon. Hi, friends. Hi, beauty. Yes, you all got a shout out because you all deserve one. And you know that you, I'm losing my voice, guys, I'm sorry. And you know that you gotta help me give another major shout out to the icon, the legend, and the moment. Miss Veronica is here, best mod ever.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Come on now, honey. Yes, we're so lucky. We are so lucky, you guys. So how are you doing? Oh my God, I feel like we haven't talked in forever, but truly it was just Monday that we were playing the herbs. And I gotta tell you guys, so if you were here or if you watched last Thursday's episode, it's been an emotional one for Lady Drama Mama, okay? I cannot make important decisions and PMS at the same time. I'm sorry. That's just the magic. Womanhood. But to be honest with you guys, I think that, I'm very happy. I've had a blast with the herbs. The game crushed on us just once. But hey, she's a beauty from 2004, honey, PS2. And by the way, now that I got the emulator for my PS2, I think I might install Tekken 5. Because that was like a big thing in my PS2 days. So I might do that. But thank you so much, guys, for watching the herbs gameplay. I've had a blast. It was so many of us here in the live chat. It was crazy, and the game is super fun. I think that we can all get this like little break to, get a little bit of refreshed, especially as we hope we will see the arrival of Paralives. Karin, hello, just in time to get a clap for you. Ciao. Yes, in the spirit of being grateful, because honey, did you see the title of this live stream? We gotta give some clapping to all of us. We deserve it, okay? I'm from that church. Everybody gets a clap. But yes, we gotta talk about another ending of another live sim game, aka, every time they announce one, honey, it's always about being a Sims killer, isn't it? So definitely this was yet another Sims killer that is not going to see the light of day, apparently. We're gonna be talking about it. It caught me completely by surprise. And I'm excited we will be going through it together. But actually, I'm so silly, honey. Let me load the agenda because she's here and she's a moment. Actually, she's too big of a moment, honey. Calm down. Okay, so in the agenda, this is for our Thursday talks. We are going to start off with the poll like we do. And don't you think that there is some poetic timing to it? Like, it's the end of the month. We've done 4 talks, and we've been polling for different things. Haters may say that maybe the poll about my wonderful collab video with Not Malcolm was not necessary, but I beg to differ. So I've been loving polling together, and today we're going to start with the future, actually, of our Thursday talks. You're gonna tell me if you think that we should continue for the upcoming month, or if you think we should take a break or never do it again because you didn't like it. I will move to our poll in just a second. And yes, honey, you will have time to get some snacks, get your blanket, get whatever you need to enjoy a couple of hours together. Because in our headline, just like I was saying, it's the title of this live stream. We are going to be talking about another Sims competitor canceled. Bum, bum, bum. Shocker. And then we'll be dishing, honey, because that's also what we do here at the Drama House. We are going to be checking the new Sims 4 roadmap or whatever. I saw it like really while I was organizing the things for today. So I'm super curious to see what's in there from them. They just keep announcing shit that nobody's really asking for. But I mean, maybe some fans do want to see the roadmap. I'm curious, but just to be shady. So we will definitely dish about that. And we are also going to be, I don't know if it's about dishing, but guys, I found some comment thread that was iconic and we got to go through that. And then by the end of it, we will have the result of the poll. So the poll is going to stay up the entire episode until we're live. So if you don't know what to answer right away, you can keep it for, when I'm calling the end of it and give your final vote if you want to. There's no pressure here. Free election in the spirit of peace and love. Oh my God, VM. No, you're not bragging. I want to know this information. Happy birthday to your sister, VM. Wow. Wait, where are my confetti? Happy birthday. And yours is in 2 days. All right. All right, Pisces King. Yes. If it was bingo night, it would be a very favorite night for you to bingo because, I mean, birthday aura is all around you. So absolutely. Oh my God, Cherry Bonbon, my darling. If I managed to get Sims 2 on my tablet. Woo. I saw you did that with the Sims 1. So hopefully. We're syncing again. Yes. It just happens when we hang out. That's girlhood. Okay, guys, I hope you're excited. If you feel like you are, you can leave a like already on this live stream. I would really appreciate it. But if you're still considering, let's move on to today's poll. Roll the poll title, baby. Hi, it's me again. Okay, are you ready for a good old poll? I'm going to post it right now here on YouTube, so give me just a second to write it down. The question is, are we continuing our Thursday talks, being what we've been doing for this month? This is the 4th one. Thursday talks. Yes. No, let's take a break. And that's fair, if that's how you feel, I get it. Or no, let's end it forever. So, if you didn't like it, let me know. Okay, let's start it. I hope I didn't make any typos. I'm sorry. I'm not looking properly at the keyboard. So get your vote in, and it's all about if you've been enjoying. And I mean, it's been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, but hey, what Were you expecting anything less? Honestly, I wasn't. I actually was expecting for all of this to go way worse. So I'm always hyped. I'm always hyped for the Drama House talks, like 100%. Hello, welcome, Lighting CZ Productions 2195. I said it all. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And if your yes was to the poll, you can also add it to the poll, honey. I would really appreciate it. I know, right? I keep forgetting it's still February. Same time. I was thinking about it recently. Time, like, I usually hate how in January time is like super weird, but I gotta tell you that this year, oh man, did February kick my ass. Like, I have no idea. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I have no idea of what, to me, it could be any month. Because, like, February is being weird. I don't know. Plus, it's ending in 2 days. What? Like, you just look at the days in numbers, and you're like, okay, fine, 26, 27. And then it's like, bitch, bye. It's March. Oh my God. I hope whatever is going on with your uni goes solved, babe, because every time I hear about uni situations, they're always like very like anxiety inducing. So I send you good vibes. Total good vibes for you. So friends, join the live chat or vote. I know that there are many silent voters in the audience. And I'm happy. That's why we have the poll. You know, maybe you don't feel like coming to the live chat. You can just add your take on the poll. We take whatever you are ready for. You know, I'm always saying Drama House, it's a safe space. You don't have to do anything. But what we have to do is talking about our headline title, which is the cancellation of yet another Sims title. OMG. Are you guys ready for it? Let me know in the chat. You can also send some hearts if you want to. I'm super excited. And I actually, pre-title T, I was very into the concept behind the studio that was making this game that is gone, that is gone with the wind, fabulous. And fun fact, a long time ago, I even had like contacted them through their form on their website or whatever. Never heard, but I was expecting that they would never reach out again. But I was very interested in if they could give, or like if they could consider giving in the future any additional info. And oh my God, now come to think of it, maybe I jinxed it. I hope not. Damn it, I never thought of it. Why am I jinxing stuff? Like, I was sitting here saying, oh my God, we're gonna be playing Fair Lives, and then it got delayed. I emailed these guys and then they just close. Okay, I don't want to think about it too much, even because we gotta talk about it all. Let's go to today's headlines title. The poll is going to remain up until the end of the live stream, so do not worry. You have all the time to vote. Take your time, honey. Let's go to our headline. Woo, I'm ready. Okay, so let me just move things around, and I'm going to get us started with what is going on. What is this game that I put in the title of this stream? This sim competitor that got canceled. We're gonna start with an article. Let me move everything. We're gonna start with an article from the the Sims community. I mean, by now I can say friends of the channel. I'm allowed, okay? And here we have it. Okay, but now I lost the chat. Oh my god, I'm like let's see. I hope we would not have any technical issues. Last live stream, I don't know what happened, but at one point I couldn't use my mouse. So please manifest a smooth no technical issues tonight for Lady Drama, please. She's been through so much. Okay, so here is the deal, because I was browsing Sims community and I found this one and I was like, no effing way. New live sim game co-developed by former Maxis director has been cancelled. And you know what's the irony of this? This footage, yeah, I think this footage is actually from them. So they announce cancellation and they share where they were at with the project. So only now that we know that it's never gonna happen, ever, Tiffany, not now, not in a million years. Now they let us know what they were up to, because until then, and if it's still up, we're also gonna check their website. They didn't have anything about this. So excuse me. Okay, so Midsummer Studios, co-founded by former Maxis and The Sims director Grant Rodiak, has closed, bringing its live sim game development to an end. Yikes. Okay, so maybe now you are remembering when the whole the conversation opened about this Midsummer Studios kind of thing, because people who were previously known because their work on The Sims were now working at this project, and they did say that they were doing a live sim of some sort. So that's how they initially gathered attention, including from me. And I had heard, and you know, me being a girly who bases everything on vibes, I was like, oh my god, Midsummer Studios, like that name, that name is definitely going to deliver, honey. And wow, it definitely did. Wow, what a premonition I had there. So Midsummer Studios, co-founded by former The Sims director Grant Rodiak, has announced it is closing its doors in a statement from founder Jake Solomon. Solomon confirmed that they were working on a new live sim game, or more accurately, live sim plus Truman Show, titled Burbank. We're gonna talk a little bit more about it, even because they posted a trailer and everything, and we got a comment, babe. A brief trailer for the canned project has also been shared, giving us a glimpse at what could have been. No details on why the studio is being closed have been announced as of the writing of this article. Grant Rodiak, former lead on The Sims 4, this should know that, you know, you're bringing some bad juju with you. No, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry this studio closed, although I do have some opinions on how this project was being developed, and we will go into that as well. But the shade to The Sims 4 is kind of granted, so sorry, not sorry. Who you may know as Sim Guru Grant. So Grant Rodiak, working on this Midsummer Studios, he is the person behind the name Sims Guru Grant. I know that in the community that like knows the name of the Sims gurus or something, these people are kind of known. So maybe this name might tell you something. If I'm not wrong, I remember maybe hearing this name years ago, probably when Pixelate sometimes talked about Sims Guru Grant. I used to watch like Sims news before doing anything on the channel. I used to catch it from Simmer Erin or from Pixelade, and I think that they sometimes mentioned the gurus. I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you know who Sim. I'm being like, I don't know her. I'm channeling my Mariah Carey. I'm like, no, never heard of Sims Guru Grant. This guy, Grant, Sims Guru Grant, left Maxis last year to join this new studio and to work on Burbank. Rodiak's last project at Maxis was Project Renee as game director. Right, this is why we should all remember his name. Isn't he the diva that like exited and then made a whole post about how the things weren't going that direction? Or am I like mixing everybody up? I don't know. I haven't been on LinkedIn in a long time, so I don't remember. The game evolved since his last work in early 2024 into a mobile exclusive project, with Grant's involvement in Burbank being the next project that lasted for almost 2 years. Okay, so basically he truly left Sims to go and work with Mitsuma Studios. Okay, so again, we're gonna watch the trailer. I think it's a trailer, but I don't know, the gameplay that they decided to show in the event of the cancellation of this game. And I guess this is a snapshot from that. I checked as per like not many hours ago. I was checking their website and they don't have any of this at the moment. But I think they posted maybe on YouTube, on Twitter. I'm not sure. Sully's Tavern, okay, Beyond the Veil. But I'm guilty right now of looking at this screenshot in a Sims under a Sims lens, but we don't have to make that mistake. And let me see if they go on about this in the article. I think they do. Okay, they have the statement, what was Burbank, and the AI confirmation statement. Okay, because basically, and when I read this at first, I was like, I cannot believe it. They described this game as a mix between Sims and the legendary fucking game from 2004, 5, or 8, I don't remember, The Movies, which is like one of my favorite games ever.
Slay! Slay!
In this house, we stand The Movies, and in this house, when we're having a bad day, we still load it up and play God in the movie studio, because I think that game was fabulous and so ahead of its time. So when I started reading about this and realized that what they were doing was something similar to that, like more of a it's more of a make your movies kind of thing, I was like, no way, there are some other weirdos that really like the game. But there is some controversial things going on. There are some controversial things going on. So although I do appreciate some fellow The Movies lovers, let's read more about it. So this is the statement that they posted when they announced the closure. Actually, it's being posted by Jake Solomon, the founder, apparently. Yeah, and he's also posting the video. So they're saying, we built a studio, we made a game, and I'm really proud of both. Before we close the doors at Midsummer Studios, I'd like to share a glimpse of Burbank, the game we poured our hearts into. It's like Life Sims plus The Truman Show, but it's more than that. It sounds like... this sounds like when Blake Lively was talking about that movie that she did. It's like so much more than that, but also just that. I believe people are storytellers, and I want them to share whatever stories and characters they can dream up. Burbank lets you do that. We have moments playing this game where characters come alive in a way we've never experienced. And for an old game developer like me, that's special. Sims players over here like, dude, for you that's special. What you're about to see, it's definitely pre-alpha, but this game was a dream of mine. Our team made it come true, so watch and dream with us. This is kind of heartbreaking because, and when I read the article the first time, I was like, wait, but are they closing or are they not closing? And I feel bad. I mean, on one side, you think, since it had to end this way, maybe it's better that they didn't share what they were up to prior, right? so we didn't get our hopes up. But I mean, I'm obviously sad for them. I believe that when people start developing a game, they want to see it finished and they want to see people playing it, I guess. So Jenna, hi, welcome, welcome. And I also see Sassy Sleuthy, hi. Hi. Thank you so much for joining. Indirectly relate, hi. Oh, I like this question. Will we see a live stream collaboration with Not Malka? That would be nice. That would be cool. I really think that I would love to do more things live as well, and definitely with other creators too. Let's see. Malcolm, if you're watching, let me know. They never did, by the way. Sorry for jumping topic to topic, but these are the talks. They never really advertised this game. I think that the whole hype around this, I didn't even know that the name was Burbank. I just knew that the name of the studio was Midsummer. But I think that the whole hype started when they got the Sims Guru brand on the project. And then people started trying to dig and trying to find, more information on whether they were making this new Sims destroyer, which is what we apparently are always expecting and never happens. But if you think about it, a similar thing happened with Life by You, right? Initially, they did release promotional stuff. I'm not saying they didn't, but initially everybody was hyped because it felt that it was coming from some reignited passion for the genre from people that worked on Sims. So that was exciting. And I feel that maybe this was being talked about back then because of this as well. I feel you, cherry bomb. Same. Could never be the parents in real life, but if we can heal that trauma for everybody, I think it's good. It's good to get the fictional parents together. Absolutely. Okay, so Jake posted a video that I hope we'll be able to watch here on the website of Sims Community, because I don't want to go on X for any reasons, like ever. I think it's actually pretty long. Yeah, we got a 2 minutes. Hold it, player. Don't you dare talk on top of me or the background music. Let's watch it together, guys. I have not watched the video, so get ready. Again, Jake, founder of Midsummer, says we're ending everything. So since we're here is what we had cooking. I saw some pictures. I'm actually curious. So I'm just gonna stop our music just a sec so we can hear. I don't think this is going to get claimed. By the way, freaking Herbs and freaking Black Eyed Peas and freaking EA, I need to complain. I'm sorry, then we'll play the video, okay? But why are we copywriting? I knew, I was expecting it. Okay, I'm joking. I'm not the Lulu. I knew that as soon as I launched that intro from the Herbs, they were gonna like come for my ass. They did. And I knew that we were gonna have to like remove the audio track from the live stream. I was sure. But like, girl, why are we copywriting Simlish music from 20,000 years ago? Like, seriously. I think it's a little bit too much. I don't know, just my opinion. If I were a recording artist in another life and I recorded Simlish stuff, I would be the first one to say, let creators use it. But I mean, it's not their decision. So why am I being shady with the Black Eyed Peas? They're fine. And it's fun to have their music. It's true. But I wish there was just a button that was like, okay, if you're playing this in a video game, because for example, the movies that I quoted before as kind of the origin plan for this game from Midsummer Studios, that freaking game, I'm not kidding. I played it live sometime, but then I stopped, honey, because they have the how do you call it? Ambience, like the background noise, but I'm talking about the birds chirping and the trees moving. They have that sound copyrighted or whatever they do. Insane, but it's also not surprising because that game was made by Activision before it became Activision Blizzard. So, greedy, greedy asses. Right, let's watch this. I'm just gonna. I hope it will not be blasting in your ears, you guys. In case you know the drill, you always let me know if the music is too loud. Thank you. You have to do a little bit of production assistance because Lady Drama is here with two hands, and I really appreciate you. Oh, shit. That was huge. Maybe, yeah, maybe we can do something like this. Okay, let's go. Let's see what Burbank was all about.
I have to say, Jack, talking about my ex has me thinking about what I really want. And right now, that's you.
Is everything all right? Or are you just trying to get under my skin?
What in the AI voice is this? Girl, what? What? Okay. Like there, from the first two lines, I'm like, okay.
Hey, Captain, rough morning already?
Um, okay. So absolutely hate that voice because that voice was not people. Now, I get it that we are talking about, well, we are talking about a alpha, pre-alpha version or whatever. Uh, but I hated that. Okay, but you see what they were going for, I guess, with this whole movie. So they were picking from like the police department, the house, or whatever is in a set. And I guess that now they're creating the actors for their series. Oh my, what is what in the text? The game creates a backstory that you can tweak or entirely rewrite. Can I see what the fuck the game is writing? Oh my god, sorry. Jacobs Perez. Jacobs Perez. Hold it. Okay, let me try. Jacob Perez, renowned paranormal investigator, rose to fame after solving the infamous Selwood haunting case in rural Louisiana. But his success short-lived as he was later described by the paranormal community for his, I don't know how to read this word, methods. Unorthodox methods, sorry guys, leading to a public scandal that damaged his reputation and left him with a deep-seated need. I read weed. I'm sorry. With a deep-seated need for vindication, his investigations continued, albeit in secret, as he deeper into the mysteries of the supernatural, driven by an insatiable curiosity. Oh my god. What in the background story? This was hard. And his purpose is seeking redemption. I'm just wondering if, because they're saying that this is all like generated by the game, and I don't trust these people when they're like, the game generates a story. And like, yeah, I've seen also other platforms generating stories, especially when you ask them for real data, and those platforms are called ChatGPT. But okay, yeah, it sounds kind of AI. Sorry, I got very invested in this background story. Um, please don't leave. Don't leave me now. We're just 44 seconds in. Meet, customize, meet or customize your support cast. Okay, that's
I've got to admit, I did have a thing with a suspect once. A woman named Maya, who was accused of stealing a bunch of donations from a local charity.
girl, what? Yeah, I mean, these might be just like initial renderings. I really don't want to come across as very harsh on them, but we'll read about those AI allegations. So if you're having a feeling, that's possibly a true one. Hun. Okay, so the different places where you can shoot this movie or this series is like you need to unlock them. So I guess that's a gameplay mechanic of this. There is just a little voice inside of my head that is telling me Project Renee renderings. Is it just me? Because now we're seeing the characters in a more defined way because they're not talking. They're not making us hear them talk. So I guess that they were able to better. You know what? I think I've already cited this show, and all of you guys are young, and so you were like, "What is this bitch talking about?" But look at the hair of this guy. But overall, generally, everybody's edges. Okay, um, everybody's frame. Doesn't it look so much like the design of characters in what was the name of that show? Celebrity Deathmatch. They were like made with Play-Doh. This was like in MTV the very long time ago. And they would make like celebrities, and they would host like a fake boxing match, and everybody, all the characters were made of Play-Doh. I'm kind of getting that Play-Doh vibe. Yes, a celebrity death match. Of course you knew it. We remember that show. Um Claymation. Exactly. It's kind of giving me that vibe. Like this lady. This is some 2016 eyebrow if I've ever seen one, baby. Mhm. I don't know. Maybe, they posted this and it was something like some sort of demo that they were planning to show, or maybe that they were already showing to stuff like investors. But this whole part to me, like with the characters zoomed in, and I don't know, this feels a little bit very much Gen AI to me. Like the entire rendering of these scenes that we're watching. Maybe that's how they are supposed to look like in game, if they were supposed to look like in game. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying they're like fake advertising or something, but I think that slowly we're getting trained to this, like, for our eyes to catch signs that this might not be coming from the work of people. And I'm kind of feeling that alarm right now, but maybe it's just me, or maybe this was just a weird rendering for the characters.
Since I came back from the
Rest in peace, honey. My only thing, guys, it's about how I was very happy to hear that somebody was trying to make something like the movies for weird people like me that enjoy playing the movies. But the movies is a very old game, so although I like it, um, you always reach that point where you wonder how better that could look, right? So, what was Burbank? Oh, sorry. What was Burbank? Give me back my background music. Okay, so Burbank was slated to be a cross between Life Sim Game and The Truman Show. Yeah, might as well just call it the sequel to the movies, honey. Allowing players to direct their own TV show, choose a cast, define a plot, and upgrade cast abilities. It seems as though this was somewhat of a spiritual successor of Lionhead Studios, the movies. By the way, if you're ever like in need of some fun 3 hours, you should definitely watch those movies that I did. Streams, multiple. Because the premise of the movie, unlike this crap, sorry, the premise of the movies is also for you to really go through the entire movie industry history. So I find that part really beautiful. You start in the 20s and then in the 1920s, and then from there you get to the 2000s and your technology improves and the genre improves and everything that happens in the movie industry. Why am I like, I'm going so hard for the movies? But everything is impacted by actual real news from the real world. So as the time progresses in your game, the game will keep reminding you about the things that are happening at that time in the real world. I don't know, honey. I just think it's fabulous. The actual life sim games elements involve the personal lives of your cast and how they interact and build relationship with fellow cast members. Well, we barely saw any of that. So obviously this is all speculation, honey, because I mean, what we saw was the acting scenes, which I assume is this, and the character creator and how the map that they had worked. So And in that final scene that we saw, we don't know if they were supposed to be like acting a scene or if they were supposed to be showcasing their relationship, right? But everything we see here is just the idea of them acting. Okay, these are screenshots from the video we just watched. Yeah. What kind of show do you want to make? Sci-fi, police, career, life. I guess this is like the set, I hope. Genre, dramedy. Girl, bye. What? Dramedy? Dramedy. I mean, maybe it's a thing. I don't know. The game is not coming out anyways. Protagonist role, Starship Officer. They're doing a dramedy in space. Okay. Yeah, this we saw, right? They were dragging the cursor to another character in order to interact, and they had the menu like questions, confront, humor. I mean, I kind of feel that the idea of giving you a life sim management game, which is, but maybe they weren't really into the management part of it. I don't know. Because I was about to say, like, it can be very overwhelming if you think about it, for you to be supposed to be managing like this movies, things or series that you're doing, the plot, the scenes that you need to shoot, and also playing Sims with the actors. Like, I don't know. I think that might be overwhelming. Forced to work with a skeptic. Okay. Pick a new cast ability, catchphrase, confession booth. I mean, maybe I need to talk to the people behind this game. Am I having some reality TV queens behind this game? They want to send the person to the confession booth, earn more drama with behind the scenes confessions. Or the other option was give your character a new catchphrase to thrill the audience. Huh? What? And this we saw. But you see, even this, the juxtaposition, it could be just the way they rendered it. Look at how different the bed looks from them. But then again, everything looks kind of Play-Doh-ish. Ah, right, sorry. Let's go to the final point of this article about the AI. Confirmation statement. Solomon followed up the post that we saw before with the video with a statement confirming that artificial intelligence was used for some aspects of gameplay within Burbank. All artwork was created by a dedicated art team, and they had no intention of ever replacing human creatives with AI. And this is his statement. Our characters use AI for memory, reasoning, and speech. That's what lets you create. I hope this is a typo. That's what lets you create anyone you want and drop them in any story you write. But all of our art is created by our talented artists. We had no interest in replacing any developers with AI. And I cannot honestly tell you how many people were working at this Midsummer studio. I don't remember if the website says that, but I don't think so. Like, the website is nothing like a Paralives situation, you know, where you have the full roadmap, you have like images, you have a whole press thing, pictures of the team. Like, it's nothing like that. But back to the Sims community, good tea. Contrary to the statement the trailer does, however, seem to confirm that they were using AI-generated voice models to voice the characters, replacing hardworking voice actors, just like the very hardworking man we saw at the Paralives camp. I mean, that's a hardworking one. If we've ever seen one. We're absolutely supporters of all voice actors and sound effects artists who would have otherwise been hired for their talents. Yes, it also seems the writing in the game is generated from user-defined prompts, generating responses as part of the in-world TV show. It seems as though this would lead to some bizarre and rather nonsensical responses. Yeah, like, obviously we don't get to see this in action, and we will not get to see it in action. And also, at this point, they're just releasing to share it with the world, to share where they were at. I also kind of think that they are releasing this footage because maybe they hope this is going to get picked up in some way. My opinion, really, just my opinion. There you go. What are your thoughts on Burbank? Just said them. Just my opinion. Let me see what people are saying here in the Sims community. Felipe is saying, gosh, is that difficult for the game industry to understand that they just have to recreate what was done in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, but with improvements? Why the hell they waste all their money and time making things in ways that not a single player asked for? I mean, hold on, Felipe, because some players might have asked for this. No, obviously nothing like this. And the reference to the movies is something that came from the Sims community, not even from the people who made the game. And the movies is nothing like this, okay? It's definitely a different kind of thing. And it is more of a management kind of game. So you're managing the whole studio and you are in the movies. Like, they're not pretending that they're not playing some simulation of that world. You're actually like fully living and breathe, like the gameplay progresses with that world. I get so hyped when I talk about the movies, but that's the thing about games, you know, from your childhood. They just stick with you forever. Just to put AI on it and then cancel the game because obviously it went to shit. You had me back there, Felipe. Okay, I'm back with you. I agree. Felipe kind of ate. I never heard of this till just now. Must have been a real stinker. Plus, this guy was part of the problem with The Sims 4 being such a downgrade. She's talking about Grant, not about, right? I mean, this man was not part of Sims, or did I get it wrong? Whatever. Jake Solomon, he just was part of the studio. So nothing of value was lost. We still have pair lives to look forward to. Literally our last anchor, honey. They probably had to use AI voice models because the text itself would be AI generated too. I don't think it would be possible for human voice actors to voice every single one of the millions word combinations AI could come up with. And I think that's another thing studios need to think about before jumping into AI generated scripts for game characters. I agree with this. Like, I get it that the point behind it is for the user to be able to create their own script or whatever, right? So that's why they probably have to get something that is automatically generated. But I think we still need to see that landing properly. Windrose, I, for the one, am quite upset about the loss of engaging somehow with turtle fight clubs. I don't know about this, but I stand with you. What is turtle fight clubs? Technically, they weren't replacing voice actors. Voice actors simply couldn't provide VO for all possible dialogues the AI could generate, so a little disingenuous. If it was possible for a voice actor to provide the same service, I get it. But in this case, you couldn't make this game using a voice actor without stripping out its primary hook. I get this, but at the same time, I don't think that people, even in a video game like this that has this premise, I don't think people would stay playing because the game is making these characters act out the shit that you're typing in. Right? Like, I don't think that that would be the feature that I would put the most of my confidence on, because there should be something else. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe there was not something else. I don't know, but I did also find some takes about this on Reddit. We're gonna check them too. But first, I want to show you the Midsummer Studios website, because this is what I was talking to you about. Like, there is no no additional info, and actually in here they haven't even uploaded the fact that they closed. Like, this is on May 14th, 2024. Notable press. Yeah, and these are good articles that they got. Let me see this one from Eurogamers. From superheroes to soap operas, XCOM's Jake Solomon unveils first details of his new studio and next-gen live sim, announcing Midsummer Studio from the Valley of Fire. Why is reading so hard? Of Firex's old office. So this was May 14, 2024. They lasted like, it's been not even 2 years since this interview. During his 23 years career, Solomon helped transform the turn-based tactics genre into what it is today, teaching us just how dramatic a well-timed Overwatch shot could be, as well as how to howl in agony as our gunners repeatedly miss a 99% point-blank hit chance window. Now he's taking an even bigger step into the unknown, as today he's not only unveiling his brand new independent games company, Midsummer Studios, but he's also given us a tease of what he's working on, a next-generation live sim where players can't help but write an interesting story as they steer their character through the ups and downs of modern lives. This premise, even without having seen like that video that we just watched together, babe, I'm like, wow, Jake, this is a very ambitious project you're taking on. Absolutely. Absolutely ambitious. Exactly. AI goon bros are the only ones crying because I know them freaks would be doing freaky stuff with that premise. Yeah, I kind of agree. This is what happens with these things. But also, again, one thing is if you want to give a tool for creatives to interact with and just like release their creative juices. This came out bad. And so you want to give them this tool for them to, for example, create a dialogue and seeing it playing out for some reason. You know, we're all weird, especially people who enjoy Sims. So maybe we would like that, like creative / voyeuristic aspect of this game. But my thing is, even with this premise, and even if this premise that we just read, and I'm sorry, it's super small for you guys, even if this premise we just read is interesting, my thing is, does this make a game? And does this make a live sim game? Because yes, ambitious, and yes, we love ambitious, but I don't know, even for a person who's like very creative, like I am, them describing it as next gen live sim where players can't help but write an interesting story. Do players want to do that? Because to me, the storytelling that comes in the Sims games is not about me wanting to write that story. It's about, you know, the game facilitating and making me go through the shift from, you know, I am playing God in this to what the fuck is the game doing? Now I need to deal with the consequences and control this situation that has happened because maybe something random came up, which is like, that's how you play with life, right? So I don't know if necessarily, even for as creative as we are, our goal would be to play a game where we just can't stop writing lines so these celebrity deathmatch characters can read them out loud and act them out loud, I think. And then as you go, you just unlock places. I don't know. I feel, where's the meat, you know? And yeah, absolutely. I could see someone making some very freaky mods for it. Oh, absolutely. That's why they have genres like dramedy. So, you know, if you're just looking for some like naughty thing, you'll just go there. Yeah, for sure, the community would have this shut down in 2 seconds. But well, surprisingly not, this is not coming out. Well, perhaps obviously this article was prior to all of this news of the game shutting down. Well, perhaps it's not too much of a step into the unknown, as Solomon reveals to me that his new base of operations for Midsummer is actually the very same place where he first cut his teeth as a game designer. This building we're in, these are actually the old Fire Access offices, he says. This is where me and a bunch of people at Midsummer started our careers. And a lot of people at Midsummer are people that have worked with me for a long time. And his first hire, the son of his former mentor, Sid Meier. Okay, so wait, was this project and studio just like a big circle jerk project? Let me know. No, I'm joking, obviously. Although, am I? Solomon insists the choice of location wasn't deliberate, but it says he had a feeling of, you kind of know you're going to end up there. To the building where you first started working? Oh my God, they wouldn't pay me to go back there. When he saw the space was available, it's probably too large for the team size Midsummer has now. How many? Which stretches to just 10 people. Okay, so we had 10 minds behind this idea. At least 1 year ago, 2 years ago. I don't know. And you guys didn't use the AI in terms of like artistic direction. I don't know. Lets people close themselves off if needed. Wait, what? But much like how Fire Access current office space is laid out, everyone has their own office at Midsummer. I mean, it's 10 of them, which lets people close themselves off if needed, and which Solomon says is particularly important for those coming from more remote working environments. Yes, like, oh Lord. Let me go on a tangent, you guys. You can go and get like some water, go to the bathroom, but I have to go on this tangent, and I hope you're coming with me. Because, babe, I'm sick and tired, like, these people, they make this company with 10 other employees, okay? And they're like, so because some people were very used to working remotely, and you know, I wonder why it's hard to transition back to office, by the way. Some people were working remotely, so in order to make it better for them, when they come to the office, which I assume they have to, they can just lock themselves in an office. Let people work remotely, god damn it. In my opinion. But despite his familiar surroundings and over 2 decades worth of experience making games in this industry, Solomon still wants to go to the office. I know, it's a shocker. Says the process of founding a new studio in this day and age has been an eye-opening experience. He knew he'd be stepping into a challenging environment when I spoke to him last year, just a day after he revealed his plans to make a live sim game. But looking back, he admits just how naive he was. And looking back, definitely, I get it. The prototype here, he's talking about the game. The prototype in question doesn't have an official name just yet, though Solomon admits that even the code name they're using is perhaps too revealing about what the game is right now. Okay, this is how I know I've chosen a poor code name, because I can't say it, because some people would be like, oh, wait a minute. He says, cocking an eyebrow. As such, even the code name has to remain a mystery. Girl, honestly, I mean, maybe it's because I'm not a native American. That's fine. But if you had told me that this new game's name was Burbank, I would not have arrived to this conclusion that the game was like a simulator for movies. I don't know, but maybe it's just me. Like, I know about the whole Disney Burbank and Burbank in general, like, but I would not think that the game necessarily goes there, even because that's not a style of game that we see, right? Like in the mainstream. So, but who knows? We do play the Sims here because at Midsummer. We do play the Sims here because there are so many things that it does really well. And when you've got a team of largely ex Fire Access developers, some of whom have never worked on. Here's the problem. Some of whom have never worked on or played a live sim before. I was like, oh my god, you gotta play The Sims. He told his old new teammates. There's no way you want to play that without laughing and be like, oh, this is a very joyful game. Yeah, but also I think that if you want to make a project like this one, you need to have people that are like either suckers for movies and series and reality TV, I think, or for like storytelling or for like The Sims. So what intersection were we looking for in here in terms of like the people working behind it? Who are these people? Solomon founded Midsummer Studios alongside Will Miller and Nelsie Birch, who are the studio's CTO and COO. Former EA and Project Renee game director Grant Rodiak has also joined the studio. So this is Sim Guru Grant. I know you guys were dying to know who Sims Guru Grant is this man. Okay, I gotta tell you, I wish that I had found some more... What? Excuse me. Minecraft has been one of Solomon's big inspiration for his new live sim, particularly when it comes to letting the game be a toy for a toy's sake. Babe, Jake, I don't know, like, really, you want to make this live sim movie, series, crew kind of thing, but also you're taking inspiration from Minecraft? Where's my shade button? The minor storylines, meanwhile, will mostly consist of smaller, more random modifiers that players will have to respond to in the moment. We've moved away from things like, I'd say, the bodily functions of live sims. It's not that your character won't need to go to the bathroom, but it would be as part of a larger, how is this interesting? Instead, it could be a case of, you know, you're on a date and we go, here's a random modifier for this scene and you're gonna have to go to the bathroom a lot. Or your character wakes up for work, but the scene is like, hey, you're actually late for work, so now you have a very limited time, but you still need to go to the bathroom, take a shower, your roommate's in a bad mood, your neighbor is outside knocking on the door. Okay, so from this little piece of this article, it seems to me that rather than what I was saying about gravitating around the idea of like movie making and like writing stories and all of that, it seems to me that this is following that path that I think we first started becoming very accustomed to with Inzoi pre-early access release. Because if you remember, guys, when Inzoi was giving us sneak peeks and talking about how the game was going to be, before they delayed the early access, I would say that there was a lot of from their side, like from the game side, from the developers, publishers, producers side, there's this pressure that in a live sim, what players want is to input a scene, like somebody's ringing at the door, you open, they have a package, okay? And it feels to me that when they talk about the freedom to create these scenes for the user and to see them play out, it just seems to me like the people who thought this, they think that that's all the Sims, the live sim genre gameplay experience boils down to. And I find it so reductive because although it's true that we all have like this common experience of, you know, when you were staring at your Sims, or when you stare at Sims 2 Sims and they stare back at you, or all of us weirdos that were obsessed with looking at the clocks in The Sims 2 for some reason, or watching TV with them. Yes, sure. But, you know, that was collateral damage that was being done because of our way and because of the sandbox aspect of it and how you would do these benders of like playing Sims like there's no tomorrow. But that is not, I feel, in the intentions of who was behind the creation of the game, you know? And it feels that they are so eager to use AI so that we can get a product where we can just go write what we want the little dummies to do on the screen and be happy with that. But I mean, unless the product, for me, in my opinion, and let me know yours, babe, unless the product is advertised as that, like just a simulator of, you know, humanoids where you can just see things play out and be happy with it, unless it's advertised as that, and in that case I accept it and, you know, might even try it. But because it is that. But if you're telling me that it's a video game, that to me it's not enough. And that to me, more importantly, it's not even that exciting as a concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, for as much as I love the drama in my Sims games, I don't think I would feel the same way if the drama was happening because I was typing that the drama was happening in the game. You know, don't you want the game to be a game and to make you play and to give you challenge and to, you know, make you lose track of time? I don't know. Oh, that's true. Maybe Truman Show. Truman must have been their code name. You're right. You're right. Indirectly relates. I didn't think of that. I was stuck on Burbank, but it could have been Truman, and in that case, yes. What's that one mobile text game with a similar premise? I don't know. Is there a game like that? I know of those games that are like story based, and so you need to kind of make choices and get to the final, you know, episode of a story. I don't know if you're talking about those, but I have nothing against those games because I feel that those games are not exactly this. They're more of the gameplay elements is basically the choice making part, right? And then the playing out is just a bonus that you get out of making that choice. It's still a kind of a gameplay loop where I'm sure they add other things. BitLife. What is this? I never heard of it. Your best? What is your best life in BitLife games? Oh damn! I never heard of this. Can you believe it? How to become an actor in BitLife. I've never played this game. Oh look, but they have multiple things like you can be an actor, music producer. It has more career options than Sims 4, honey. I really didn't know about this. But I guess it takes life simulation from that angle of like life simulation, right? Okay. If you guys have played it, let me know. I have to say, I don't think I've ever played any live sim on mobile. I can't really give too much attention on mobile games. So I prefer stuff like, you know, good coffee, great coffee. Give me the little cozy music and I'll be happy. But are you curious to see, because like I was telling you about Burbank, I wasn't finding much press on this apart from the Sims community, which is where I saw the news for the first time. And I wanted us to see what people are saying on Reddit, because there were different mixed feelings. Mixed feelings? There were mixed feelings. Okay, so in here, this is from 7 days ago, and they're talking about the cancellation and the mid. And it's also kind of curious that they're shutting down the whole thing. Like they're not just canceling the game. The whole Midsummer Studios is kaput. But the title of this, Midsummer Studios finally show off their life simulator game, but it's seemingly canceled and the studio is shutting down. What fucking timeline are we living in, honey? That's my question. At least that's how it reads to me. The game itself looks super cool and like it would be a ton of fun, but it does seem like he's saying the studio is shutting down. Again, super fresh feedback, guys, because these things are from 7 days ago, and I think that February the 20th, this is when Sims community reported on it. So definitely fresh and crispy. So this person is saying so stupid. So, no, sorry, that's not what they're saying. I started reading it wrong. Okay, the comment says, so a stupid TV show, AI generating game, and not a small-time drama-filled live sim. Which I think that maybe at the beginning, this is what people were expecting. I don't think that anybody in the Sims community was there thinking, are they gonna make a movie? A movie simulator? Even me, and I love the movies. This is where all that private donor back money went to. Ooh. We love when the Reddit gets a little bit sassy with the money donations. More like money laundering and wasting people's time. We really have no good option or future possibilities in the live sim category. It's over. I'm sorry, because this person's name is Sim Day. So yeah, I feel you. I definitely feel you, babe. But I'm liking when they bring a little bit of tea like this. Is this the one Sim Guru Grant or whatever went to, or the new game Will Wright is working on? I'll answer this one because I don't think that they actually replied to this thread. This is the Sim Guru Grant. We've learned that from reading the Sims community article. So yeah, we learned something new. But also, you guys, I'm saying this because I did do a little deep dive not too long ago, but don't ask me how many months, on the new project that Will Wright is working on. Because, you know, Will Wright, friend of the channel, I wish. But we've talked about Will several times. And I was very curious when I got to learn that Will Wright is working on a game that is like live sim, but under a completely different lens that ain't mine, and also very AI oriented. I made a full deep dive about that. So if you're curious, it's on the channel, and the Will Wright game is called, I don't remember. I don't remember, but there's Will Wright in the version of that game in the thumbnail of the video if you want to check it out. I don't know where that is going, to be honest, but I think that Will Wright, and I mean, this is absolutely my opinion, but I think that Will Wright doesn't give two shits about where his projects are going at the moment, because he's just there to be a nerd, I think. I don't think he cares that he comes up with the next The Sims. I mean, once you have a franchise like The Sims on your belt, I would be like, sure, I'll try anything. I would never be doing what he's doing right now, but if that's what rocks his boat, go Will. Just, you know, people are skeptical because these projects often sound very ambitious. They often sound very AI driven. They often sound exactly like what that comment was saying. Like, it just sounds like these guys that know each other and are from the industry and have investments and money just need to put some money on something, and they just meet and play around with stuff. And if then the thing doesn't go right, it just doesn't go right. They were doing that just for fun. Will, if you're watching, let me know. I would love to have you on the show as well. On the show. I'm having him on the show. But it's actually one of my dreams to be able to interview Will Wright, because I find him a very curious personality. Like, I'm intrigued. I would like to see how he answers certain questions, but yeah, maybe in another life. Let's make a petition, guys, to have Will Wright at the Drama House with a Drama House t-shirt. No, never. Lady Drama never even played the mobile game from Forever Go Sims Free Play. I am going to be super honest. I think that the only Sims game that I've played ever on mobile, it was probably the very first mobile that they did for The Sims 2. And it was like, this is a memory from such a long time ago. I can't even tell you what happened in that game. I did play for Nintendo, but like Sims Free Play, I've never played it. The idea of Sims and phone and like phone application game for the phone never really landed super well on me, but maybe it's an age thing. I'm one of those people that is like, you're buying a plane ticket on your phone. Are you crazy? That's a computer task. So I am like that, and playing Sims for me is kind of like that. What do you mean I don't have like keys and mouse and like I can't. But I've read a lot of feedback on Sims Free Play, and I don't think I've missed anything. There you go. I remember playing Sims Free Play as a kid and quitting once I got to a point where I could only wait to do something else for free. Yeah. And I think that that's also like really annoying with mobile games, is how heavy on like microtransactions and paywalls they get. They get really unplayable. I was super obsessed at one point, like super hooked on a pizza game. It's called Restaurant something for mobile. Basically, the idea is that, yeah, you start with your restaurant, you have to cook things, assemble the plates, and then you have the people like getting upset at you, they leave, whatever. Like, very simple. There are many games like that one. I'm thinking about the exact name of that game. Cooking Fever, maybe it's Cooking Fever. And I was so into, I would log in back every day so they can give you the diamonds. And this is one of the reasons, by the way, why I'm always so critical about the events for that Sims 4 host on a regular, because I think that establishing that type of, you need to come back to the game when we want you to come back to the game, so we can give you the gems, so we can give you the items, so we can give you, I just find that so it's just icky. Like, let people go back to the game when they want to, and don't force them to do it to either win stuff, which is okay, you're giving them free stuff, okay, but when it impacts so much the gameplay, which is what happens with mobile games, it's like, you're just trying to make me addicted to this, literally, because it benefits you. It doesn't benefit me. I'm not playing this game so that it becomes a daily thing, that I log back in and I get my stupid gems, I think that these practices are not necessary in a world where you can really do cool things with gaming, with technology, with arts. Like, the fact that they need to resort to these practices, whether, we don't mind it or not, it's crazy. It's crazy that the game should be good enough, and games are addictive in that sense already, right? that I should just want to come back, even if you don't give me the diamonds. But at the same time, I should be able to level up without needing these fucking diamonds. And that's their entire loop to make you go back there. I really think that this type of paywalling, which is not really paywalling because you can still play the game. So they give you the game, they say it's free, and then they do these kind of things. I think that's definitely the future of gaming with these companies that really don't give two shits. Because I believe that me and all of you guys that are watching right now, if we were in a room and we were discussing making a video game together with all of our expertise, knowledge, and preferences, and all of our charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, I don't think any of us would ever find that to be a cool gameplay loop to develop in a game. Like, if you're coming from a place of creativity and innovation, that kind of thing, it sucks. It's grinding, it's repetitive, it's addictive, and it's very specific to mobile. And I do think that Miss Renee is definitely going to have chewed up and sped up versions of that, for sure. For sure. So true, microtransactions are the main reason I don't play mobile games. They get very annoying. Exactly, vote with your wallet. They had this one free-to-play game that people complained so much about. They made a one-purchase version, but you can still feel that's not how it was planned out at all. Oh my god. And I mean, yeah, I get it that, with mobile, most of the times, like, it's free to play. So somehow we got to find a way to monetize this. But it's so corrupted at this point. But yeah, I mean, mobile gaming and gaming on other devices, they are different things. So I think that they should behave in different ways. At the same time, I think that everywhere the regulation for like mobile gaming and all of these things, where is she? Where is she, honey? She's not there. She's nowhere to be found. And being so accessible, these games, to anybody who has a phone, which includes younger people. And I'm not saying that younger people cannot access a PlayStation or a computer or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But, the young kids that I know and that I've seen engage with technology. I'm sounding so old, but I don't have kids, so I've never seen like a human developing their relationship with technology, a younger human. So when I do see like kids from friends and how they relate, for them gaming is 100% mobile, at least like as a mainstream thing. We didn't have that option, obviously. What, on my hands? But of course, I mean, to each their own. It really turns me off when mobile games do that, when they have those kind of locking content. Yes, young kids are bored with a happy bod on the tip of their tongues. We derailed completely, but I love it here. Sometimes we need to, derail a little bit. But let's just read a couple more of Reddit comments, and then we will dish. Oh my god, I feel that we've been dishing on The Sims and we haven't even been talking about them. It's not even a live simulator. It's a TV show simulator with AI slop for the dialogue. No thanks. Woof, bummer. Looking at this, I think I put my own hopes too much into this title because none of the other upcoming live sim really scratched the itch for me. But I get a feeling I was misunderstanding what they were aiming for at the core. Yeah. In my head, it would have been a mix of RimWorld-like storytelling with Sims-like features, which could have been amazing. Oh well. Back to hoping for a game that will never be. Honey, and isn't this the live sim community in like a nutshell? Back to hoping for a game that will never be. I swear. I swear, like, all of these titles right here, these are people that spend time thinking, wow, if only. This has nothing to do with what they mentioned a few time ago. No Gilmore Girls small town drama. This is not even a live sim, in my honest opinion. So apparently they spoke about something like this, like Gilmore Girls small town drama, and then but then what they were really cooking for was that video we saw. I mean, I believe the intentions were big and bright, but it just seems that they weren't foundational enough for the project to move forward. This is the one Jake Salomon was working on. Man, that's kind of disappointing. I was really looking forward to seeing what he cooked up. This is not at all what I expected. I guess it's not going to come to fruition anyway. This is definitely not what I thought it would be, nor what they had originally pitched it as. Anyway, rest in peace to this game and studio. Looks like they ran out of money. I think that that's the most likely situation that happened with the studio. Yes, 100%. Because closing the project, the development of the game, and closing the studio, like, that's a lot of closing. That's a lot of closing. It does look like it could have been interesting, but from what I gathered of people talking about Midsummer's live sim, this is a bit far away from what people were expecting. This also isn't very new for AI-focused games, so to be honest. There's a lot of AI games out there that are this type to prompt a character and choose their setting-based AI games. So I've seen a few streamers check them out over the last few years, but none of them are really remember-able nor end up having longevity for play. Yeah, I think this is a fair point of criticism. I think the only game where you do text to scenario-based game that actually did super well is Facade. But given that game came out in 2005, shows up this long form of game has actually been around, and the fact Facade is usually the only one people can name or remember, it's a sign of how there's not really a market for these games, even with the AI industry boom since 2020s. Like Facade, it could have been fun. I'm not saying it wouldn't have been, but it's also just not really innovative, even in the realm of AI games. And I just don't think this was the game people thought it was going to be when it was first announced. I mean, let's give it up. This comment is fabulous. So I don't know about this game. I'm seeing, I just recommended in the Discord. What a coincidence. Facade. Facade. Let me see. I don't know anything about this. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh my god. I need to try this. 2005, sign me up. Facade is a 2005 interactive storytelling video game by Michael Mateas and Andrew Stern. Conceived by the developers as an interactive drama, Facade tasks the players to use text input to converse with two characters, Trip and Grace, who are experiencing conflict in their relationship. Guys, we gotta play this. After the Earths, we're playing Facade. It's on Steam. Who cares? Who cares where it is? I'll find her. You know, the... oh my god, I need... Facade is a psychological horror AI game. What? Oh my god, I had no idea this game existed, like, at all. But, okay, I absolutely want to try it. But then, you know, You basically help a failing marriage. It is so up your alley too. I don't know about horror. Okay, good. Their marriage is psychological horror in and out of itself. Oh my god. Yes, we have to play it. I'm so up for this. I had no clue. And you know, I'm kind of shook because I have been going through several deep dives to find out more about the genre, because when it hit me that if I wanted to, I could not play anything else that was not Sims. I went on several deep dives. I never heard of this game. Conceived by the developers as an interactive drama. Love it. Never played it, and I'm like, I love it. Pioneered the combination of advanced conversational AI and procedural story. Your friends Grace and Trip have invited you over for drinks, only to desperately need your help to save their marriage. I mean, I'm here. Tell me everything. With 5 million downloads and described as the future of video games by the New York Times, Facade won the Grand Jury Prize at the 2006 Slam Dance Independent Games Festival. Ah, you can just download it? Okay, guys. I hope you're into this idea, because I am so happy. Can't wait to try it all together. And if you try it in the meantime, let me know. Thank you. This was amazing. And definitely it got me. You see how describing Facade to me took 1 second, and then reading the synopsis was like 1 second, and immediately I was having ideas of what the game would look like. I feel that with Burbank, it was a little bit more complicated to explain what the game is. And I don't know. I get the feeling that whenever they are working on projects, for example, video games, and they explain to you what they're doing, and you're like, I still don't get it, or you think you got it, and then they show you the footage, and just like many people here on Reddit are saying, you're like, I was expecting it to be completely different. That just probably means the idea ain't great. That is my takeaway from this story. Yeah. If nobody's understanding what the fuck you're doing, there's probably something wrong with the premise of what you're doing. My 2 cents. And also, speaking as somebody who often had no idea what the fuck I was doing. So if people had told me, no, this is great, I would have ended just like Midsummer Studios, I guess. But hey, the road is long, and who knows? Yeah, I agree. They misrep the game to get the VCs to invest. For sure, this was an investment pit. Because, and now, even looking at their website, I'm like, okay, even the website is like clearly a landing page for investors, you know, without ever talking about the game they were doing. I don't get how they do that. It really means that, like, where is your passion? Because, guys, if now I was like, okay, let's start a studio, and you are all hired in my studio. We all work remotely, by the way. Ain't no way I'm telling you have your own office so you can lock yourself in there. No. We're all working from home. But if I was making a landing page to tell people that we were now a studio, I would not make it the way they did it. It really looked way more, hey, we're doing some tech and we also want to be sustainable. So please support the studio. But regardless, I mean, I'm always happy when there is anybody who has the balls, the guts, the whatever, the ovaries to go and tackle a genre like live sim games, because We know by now, and even those of us who were in denial, honey, by now we know that it's obviously fucking hard, that it's obviously very money consuming. It's obviously, it has to be a product of passion, a product of creativity, of good creatives, of creatives that are doing it because they believe in the genre, in the medium, in the entertainment. So on one side, I'm happy that whenever there are names that want to take on this challenge, and on the other side, I always have this aftertaste about these stories, whether it's, Life by You, whether it's Viva Land, whether it's this, although those two projects were way more ahead in their development than Burbank. But I always, ultimately it makes me a little bit sad. That's the bittersweet aftertaste of these stories for me, which is the community of people that really enjoy live sim games. We're really starved and desperate for new ideas, new concepts, new teams, new companies. We're sick and tired of EA and their wasteland. We are sick and tired of the Sims products not being up to standards as they haven't been for a while. And so the fact that we get overcritical or, in this case, I haven't seen people going like, fuck, no, this was the game of my dreams. But we also did not get the chance to follow their development as closely as we did with other titles, right? But I think we get some extra points for disappointment because we really want to play something else. We really do. And, 1 year, a year and a half ago, I remember getting upset sometimes because people in the comment, whenever I complained about the state of the Sims franchise, people in the comments would come and say, just go play something else, why don't you play something else if you hate The Sims 4 so much? And I was like, me with like 2,000 hours in this bullshit game? But it always upset me because, well, many reasons, but one of them was, what the fuck am I playing? Yeah, I can play the older games. Now EA did the trick, and so if you want to play The Sims 2, if you want to play The Sims 1, according to them, you're still supposed to buy it from them. So that's beyond me. But really, where is the something else we're all supposed to go and play? So for one, I am sorry that another project died. Although I was not going to sit there and cheer on for something that was AI slop, just like many of you guys said in the chat and in the Reddit threads we read about. So on that note, maybe it's good riddance, right? But yeah, I guess our quest to find a game that it's not shit and we like and doesn't come from the pits of hell continues, honey. So we need to continue sticking together, I guess, because Burbank is not happening and many other titles have been canceled, right? So we just need to see what's next, I guess. But let me know in the chat if you had heard of Burbank. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this later because I want to know all about it. But now, guys, oh my god, finally, let's dish a little. Hey, dish friends. Did you like the headline topic? Let me know because I'm curious. You need to tell me. I know that some of you did not know about the game, and I was afraid that if we hadn't talked about this during this live stream, I would have wanted to talk about it during a video because I'm always trying to cover these like satellite projects that happen. But for our final session for today, and keep voting on our poll, it's still up here in the chat. You will have until the end of the live stream to vote, and it's very important because I want to know if you've been enjoying the Thursday talks and if you think that we should continue them. So please vote. But now for our final dishing chapter, like I told you, we're going to be talking about the roadmap for The Sims 4. So let me just close some tabs. Because so far my computer is behaving fine. Now, see, this is how some people like me curse shit all the time. Okay, so they have a new roadmap, guys. And EA reveals The Sims 4 quality of life roadmap for 2026. Now, at the beginning, I think that the Sims community clarifies something, and I was like, what are you saying? Yeah, it was this. The quality of life roadmap for The Sims 4 is different from the general franchise content roadmap for 2026. What? What does this mean? This one talks technical challenges and obligations towards making The Sims 4 a more stable and reliable platform. And the fuck is this then? Sorry, guys. The Sims franchise roadmap for 2026. Ah, it was the waffle crown. This was also a roadmap? I mean, it's almost as if we also worked at EA. We have to be aware of so many roadmaps. But this one is interesting. We did talk about this one anyways. So feel free to check it out, what we had to say about all of these beautiful posts that they came up with. But, honey, so in here we're talking, like they say here at the Sims community, we are talking about technical challenges and obligations towards making The Sims 4 a more stable and reliable platform. Good. I mean, good luck, babes. Quality 2026 edition. Over the past 6 months, we've been sharing how we're continuing to prioritize stability, performance, and acting on long-standing community feedback in The Sims 4. In September, we introduced our quality of life roadmap, and then in November, we updated you on the progress. Like, girl, I don't know if we care so much about being updated about all the process. Like, how many roadmaps and quality of lives are you gonna have to do? Anywho, today we're sharing a look at our 2026 quality of life initiative focused on improving reliability and reducing gameplay friction across some of the most frequently discussed areas. And my question is, will they finally fix those blank portraits for all of my family gameplay fellows that get effed with The Sims 4 every time they have like a 10 legacy, 10 generations going on 11 worth of pictures and the game just deletes them all? Is this what we are? Are these the discussed areas, EA? It's about making the game you're already play. What? It's about making the game you already play feel smoother, intuitive, and more consistent, based directly on player feedback shared in EA forums, The Sims Discord, and more. While the timing and the specifics may vary, here's a look at what we're planning to focus on over the upcoming months. Okay, so they have March through August, September through December, the year ahead. And just kind reminder, because this roadmap has to intersect with the roadmap of the buyout, honey. And you know that if there is one person that is always going to remind you about it, c'est moi. Because in theory, allegedly, the EA buyout should be finalized by April 2026. It's almost happening. And I know that all the time they were talking about the queues, like Q1 2027, but like things are happening now. So I guess that the first part already includes the period of time in which the EA buyout is going to be finalized, because March through August. So they are talking here from March to August about Sims autonomy, which is like, aren't we tired of hearing about their fake ass promises on Sims autonomies for The Sims 4? Such as Sims choosing inappropriate locations for certain actions, being obsessed with certain objects, or NPC interrupting conversations and other behaviors. That's all Sims 4 Sims do. Additionally, a large focus on improving Sim sleeping behavior and eyelid animations. What's up with the eyelids in The Sims 4, baby? Let me know. What are The Sims 4 doing with those eyelids? Infant improvements. Hallelujah. When did Growing Together come out? Now they're improving the infants. So we cannot say that they don't listen when we ask them. We've been complaining about infants since they came out. Improving infant and caregiver autonomy, plus ensuring infants receive the correct milestones, interaction, and buffs. It would also be nice if you could ensure that once an infant is an adult, none of their family members go and flirt with them. But maybe that's a lot to ask. Crashes and data loss, including fixes for Black Photo issue. There you go. And the game freezing or crashing, sure. Yeah, then they're going to come up with something that says, look, we looked into this and honestly, it's not fixable. So it must be you. It can be us, and have a good day. They're going to get it fixed. Our next batch of fixes coming in March is currently being tested by QV, where we're expecting to ship around 55 fixes, including fixes for 7 of 10 top issues reported by players. Plus, we will be updating Sims autonomy improvements. Okay. Look for our laundry list in the coming weeks that will list out all the specific fixes. And then the list that lists all the fixes or whatever is just the real, like the one that they did, where they were saying there could be 7 million trillions combinations of things that you could do in your Sims game. And so you have to be loco to think that we're going to address them all. Watch them come up with something like that next. September through December. I mean, honey, let's hope we all make it to September through December. Later on this year, we'll move our focus to improvements to these key themes, which might include issues like dining and meal behavior. Girl. Excuse me just a second. When did you come out, bitch? Okay, so Dine Out for The Sims 4 came out on June the 7th, 2016. 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, and now they're saying issues surrounding Sims eating and drinking plus improving the overall dining experience. If you bought Dine Out more or less where it came out, even 1 year after it came out, okay, you've had that pack for 9 years, for 10 years. Even if you have it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 a month. But, you know, in the best case and in the majority, I think, you probably have had that expansion for that game pack. Game pack for a long time. It is on 2026 quality of life roadmap that the Sims team says we are improving dining. Doesn't matter that the game pack about it came out 10 years ago. We're improving family trees and relationships. Strengthening genealogy systems and relationships tracking to protect the important story built across generation. F you, EA, and whoever wrote this little piece of copy right here. No, actually not them, just EA. because maybe they were just writing a piece of copy. They didn't know what they were doing. Is the way they think they are strengthening the family trees and all of that jazz, is that by deleting like canon lore of the games for no reason whatsoever? Because we've talked about that in either our first or second Drama House talks, honey. So yeah. But wait, there's more. We'll respond to player feedback for once in their lives, as we get nearer to this time to decide what to prioritize next. Okay, the year ahead. The exact timing of these fixes will depend on our investigations, as some areas require deeper technical investigations. Like, for example, start a new game from scratch. How about that? I mean, I'm not that I'm asking this at all. I used to be like, how about making The Sims 5 and stopping with this BS? But the truth is that really the year ahead should be, we are looking for the highest bidder and we're going to give The Sims to Larian Studios. Now that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I'm sorry. That is in my manifestation list. If you think that there are better places where The Sims could go, let me know. I would buy it if I had the money. the probably like $250 billion that they're going to ask for that game, you know, if only. Okay, the year ahead. The exact timing of these fixes will depend on our investigation. Some areas require deeper technical investigation. We'll continue sharing progress, highlighting what feedback has shaped our priorities and adjusting focus areas as needed. Yeah, okay, look. I've said this sentence, and anybody who has been in any sort of corporate environment has said these sentences so many times. It's like, yes, so don't worry, we'll be looking into it, we will investigate, we will see what's the best way to go about it, what's the best process, and then, yes, we will keep you posted, we will share, we will highlight, we will tell you about how we are prioritizing. We will even show you what tags of priority we have on our actually timeline, you know, and all of that, which you're just saying to make people feel better about the fact that you don't have an answer. This just means we can't tell you when, we can't tell you how, we can't tell you where, but investigation, process, feedback, sharing, priorities. We will provide updates alongside each release so you can see what has been improved and what is still in process. Thank you for continuing to share your feedback. Alrighty. I was seeing the first comment. I'm fairly happy about this so long as they actually follow through. I wish they would do an update on the teenage Sims so they just don't look like young adults. Yes, fine, like, but I also wish that I still fit in my jeans from when, you know, Dine Out was released 2016, 10 years ago. I also wish that those jeans fitted me again, but it just cannot happen because neither me or the jeans are surviving the test of time and are built to be together at this point. Like, I completely agree with this criticism about teenagers, don't get me wrong, but I just think that expecting The Sims to have these, like, fundamentally mind-blowing changes at this point of its lifetime, how is this going to happen? Like, how do we think that they're going to implement this? Even these things that they talk about in here, in the roadmap, and their basically intentions on what they are going to fix, first of all, these are things that they have mentioned before, over and over again. It's not that nobody told them that the dining experience in The Sims 4 was shit. They knew this. It's not that nobody told them that family trees were bad, and then they did a little overhaul, and then they did it badly, and so they still need to work on it. So I just don't think that any of these things, even if they manage, and if you're actively still playing the game and they actually manage to fix one of those terrible bugs, i.e. the portraits, and that impacts your gameplay experience in a positive way and makes your life better, I'll support you to live your life in the best possible way. I just think that if I was still playing The Sims 4 today, in the way that I was playing it some time ago, which was like very actively, like until I rage quit that shit, I was playing a lot of Sims 4. And to be today, 2026, reading an update from them saying that they're gonna be fixing the infants, telling me that they're going to give a little tuning to Sims autonomy. Has this game been in early access for over 10 years and nobody told us? I don't think so, right? So why? I would be livid. Why are we talking about improving infants when you gave me Get Together? How long ago? Honestly, how long ago was that? 2020? Get Together Sims 4. I know it's not called Get Together, sorry. Growing Together. Fucking hell. Yeah. When did you come out? In 2023, 2 years ago. So before they released Growing Together, they did an update. So they gave the infant life stage to everybody. It's 2026. It's been 3 years. We're now gonna get in the quality of life roadmap from March to August. It's not that they're telling you it happened yesterday, okay? They did already the infant up. No, this is from March to August. They're gonna be addressing the infants. The life stage that was introduced 3 years ago. I don't know. I just, I really don't see how any of this is a promise that people really believe it's going to be fulfilled. It's going to be respected. And no shade to the people that are probably believing they can do a deep dive into all the issues that the game is having and find ways to fixing and to delivering a good game update to the players. But honestly, I don't blame the singular people who are working on the game. I don't even know who they are. And having worked in companies, it's not your company. So not necessarily everybody behind the scene is just slacking off and doing nothing. I really don't think that at all. I just think that the general direction is that this type of communication is done to make you think that there is the possibility that one day the things that has you so upset, you probably haven't been playing the game for a while, they hope that you will believe that these things can be fixed and therefore you can come back. They want you to be there. I mean, that's clear. That's crystal clear, baby. They want you to be there because they do the events, the login events, and so you have to go back into the game. Go back into the game. It has to be active, alive, 24/7. They need to have numbers that probably demonstrate, what the next strategy can be for this franchise. And I have no idea what they're trying to get from these numbers, but it's clear that they want to prove, we still care about you, about the game, about the state of the game, the condition of the franchise. And we're going to be doing our best to address something like dining out, which is an experience that came out for this title 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I'm dying. Sorry, guys. I'm seeing your comments in the chat. No, you freaked me out there. You said, geez, the exact time I picked a pair to put in the washing machine. Am I watching you? On the extra monitor. Kimberly, hi. Thank you so much for joining. How's it going? Jenna is saying, I wouldn't be surprised if the new heads of EA will stop funding the Sims team. Honestly, that is one of the routes. I'm really curious to see how things are gonna be handled. I believe that at first there's not going to be anything, and then maybe we will see something. I obviously want to be like as far away as possible from The Sims 4, and in terms of like playing and actively giving them my money. Or any of the Sims titles, obviously. But I do think they have no care, and this is just my opinion, but I think they have zero fucks to give about the intellectual properties of EA as long as they're not sports. I mean, I think they care about the sports titles that EA has, and that probably made it a very attractive company to take over, because of all of the participation of the PIF into the world of sports, whether it's, you know, the World Cup, FIFA, whether it's these like massive projects. Let's not forget that I talked about this in my video about Hytale. You know that Riot Games, the guy that did League of Legends, they host like these mega gigantic tournaments, just like FIFA does for soccer and for football. And Riot Games had a proposal from Saudi Arabian government to host it there, and Riot was like, love it, babe, this is the idea of the century. But then they had to cancel and backpedal on that idea and apologize to the players, because they got shit both from the players and from people at Riot, and I guess even probably like the actual players in the tournament, like the professional players there. So like it's very hard for us to grasp, but not us because we are like, you know, the populace and we don't know, but it's for several reasons. It's because this is not mainstream news. It's because this is like, personally for me, this is not related to any topic that I'm remotely interested in. Like, I don't really follow these big tournaments like the World Cup. Like, I follow as much as anybody else, you know, but I don't really care. So I'm not really aware. What I'm trying to say is I'm not really aware of all the little connections that there are in something like PIF and the Saudi Arabia, and I've done all the research that I could do, obviously, every time we spoke on the subject matter. I think that as a non-sports, competitive sports person, there are many aspects of that story that can still interest us and that can still make us want to take action. I'm not saying that we should not, like that it's not interesting to us unless we're into FIFA, but I'm just saying that the hands and the connections that the PIF has, this investment wealth fund that belongs to the Saudi government, this fund really is connected to so many initiatives. So I think that that's what is making the deal look interesting, but also on a surface level, honey, because I don't think that the responsible for the PIF deals sit there all day and they think, oh God, like, I wish that we could do more to unify the passionate audience of like football matches with a game like the EA Sports games. Like, I don't think that this is where, you know, that's not the starting foundation of this conversation, like at all. I don't think anybody in there, and this is my opinion, I don't think anybody in there, including Andrew Wilson, gives a shit about EA games. They don't give a shit about the creativity of these titles, the value that the intellectual properties have, aside from the money value. Unless your name is Profit, don't come and talk to me. I think this is what these guys are thinking. And I do believe that there are some ties and connections between the EA deal and the whole AI chips conversation. I tried pulling all those strings together in a video on the channel already, but obviously, I'm not an investigative journalist. I can pull the strings that are more on a surface level, but still, it's like a circle where it's always the same things being discussed and being like evaluated and being traded and being bought and purchased. And I'm sorry, I've been holding this glass forever. Now I'm gonna drink my water. Now, Greg, I don't know if the silly post on the YouTube, on Sims YouTube, is the link that I have saved here, because that was in fact, that is on my docket for the other topic for today. So tell me, Greg, if this is what you're talking about, because I saved it right here. Sissa, is it this? Because yesterday I was like sleuthing. I was like, because usually when the Sims team posts crap, especially on YouTube, in the community post section, they always get somebody. They get people mad as fuck, and I am here for it. Greg is saying yes. We saw the same thing. I literally saved this link because I was like, these comments are giving, baby. So I hope you're excited as we go through some of them. I have not selected the best or any, so we'll see whatever has been uploaded and got likes since I last saved this link, but I'm definitely here for it. So The Sims, aka Out of Touch, that out of touch friend that really doesn't know how to read the room, that's them. They posted this yesterday saying the tea is hot. I am the tea you're having. This is just like when they made that silly post with the Wicked characters, but in Sims 4 clothes and version. I'm like, go away. Oh, you're not subbed and still it showed up on your feed? What? That's crazy, because community posts, unless like they're so hard for, or maybe it's just me because we spoke about it, that the algorithm has something against me, so maybe it's just me, but I feel that even my own post, like when I'm logged in a different channel and I'm subscribed to the Drama House, I don't see them. So there you go. The Sims is all around you, it seems. So be prepared, because the Sims team thought they ate with this post. Clearly, whenever they do this kind of shit, they are thinking they ate. And I don't know if you noticed, but they are really pushing hard for this pack. Not that they don't do it in general for other packs, okay? I'm not saying that the other packs were not pushed as much. But I just feel like with this one, not only in terms of like the Sims team, but also the creators that they already have in their pockets, they've been pushing the fuck out of this game. I recently posted a video on the channel, and I was looking for footage. I don't know why. What video was I doing? Well, it was the one about the new creators program. Gosh, that's also, that deserves a whole headline of its own, by the way. That's why I had to put it in a separate video, because we would have stayed here 5 hours yapping about that. So I was looking for footage from creators that are currently in the network. I was looking for it for the video. I was on TikTok looking, and the amount of creators that are relentlessly making so much content for this pack even before it was released. So I'm not just saying people who enjoyed the pack and they're like, yay, another panel, like that, you know, more power to them. But no, these people were making EA partner program content, okay, and talking about the pack. And I just feel that they all get the same talking points. I don't know if you guys got to come across to some of these comments as well. Let me know. To some of these videos, it was like, yeah, content on TikTok. I think they're really pushing hard if they want, especially if they want to respect that expectation of this is going to be our very last expansion pack for The Sims 4. And then we're going to fix all of those things they're talking about in there. And then we can call it a day and get you prepared to buy Project Renee, honey, of course. Do you think you can give your wallet a rest for a second when it comes to EA? Absolutely not, honey. The tea is hot. They're saying I'm the tea you're having. But you know what's hot? The comment section is pretty hot. The comment section is pretty freaking hot, baby. So first comment, I'm loving it already. The tea might be hot, but the gameplay is not. Facts. I mean, I guess I died. The tea is non-existent. Well, the game makes your computer hot enough to boil an egg, so in that sense, the game is hot too. I love it. I saw this one and I was like, yes. Now, I think I'm spotting a true friend of the channel, not like Will Wright. SummerCo87, if you're watching or rewatching, hey girl, hey, we found you in the comment section saying, you know what tea would be hot if you fixed your game? Abso-freaking-lutely, babe. Yes. %. This killed me. I prefer my tea not from Saudi Arabia. This comment has 634. I love Arab tea, but just without the blood of the LGBT community in it. Yeah. Okay, funny. And then somebody says, but the oil for heating your house, ha ha ha. And they replied, they can heat my house. I don't need them in my video games. Like, hello? I'm like, the Sims team, so freaking out of touch. I don't know at this point if they rage bait. Like, do they do this for engagement? I don't get it. Oh my god. First... Okay. Get ready, babe. First, we had Sims autonomously being mean, and now the Sims are autonomously being flirtatious. It just sounds like The Sims 4 so much. I'm sorry. If you just read me the incipit of this comment and you asked me what game are they talking about, yeah, it's The Sims 4. It lags really badly and Sims responses are delayed. I only had this issue on PlayStation, but it's being like this on the computer. Great. It's like, for once, this console player was like, well, let me see if I have the same issue on the PC too. And yes, it was there too. And I'm playing with one sim on not one sim, honey.
Ooh, girl.
Oh my god. Not all of these bugs with one sim. Let me see if people are telling them to update the mods. The random attractions when they are in a monogamous relationship with everyone that will stand long enough while also losing relationships. Yeah, but this was happening when I was playing too. This was happening before Love Struck, honey. Before Love Struck. The random attractions when they are in a monogamous relationship with everyone that will stand still long enough while also losing relationship points if they don't spend 24/7 together has them constantly in bad moods. Yes. And also all of my couples that I had in The Sims 4, they were always like losing their their relationship super quickly. You have Love Struck, yeah. That makes Sims go super pissed because the partner is not near. What? Actually, on this topic of Love Struck, guys, let me know here in the chat if you have played Love Struck, if you have it, and if you do, what differences you you have noticed. I mean, you don't have to tell me now. You can also tell me on Discord, by the way, because I was reading some other comment sections, not on YouTube, but related to The Sims. It was actually on a group post, and they were asking this group post what the community would recommend between Horse Ranch and Love Struck. And I found even people that are like clearly, in the Lululand, skipping through the daisy fields or whatever, even those people were like, no, get Horse Ranch, because Love Struck really fucked me over with their like relationship overhaul. From what I saw, I really don't know how Royalty and Legacy is doing. I also saw, Adventure Awaits. I have no idea how it performed, to be honest with you. But from what I'm gathering, Love Struck is really hated, and it's an underrated, hated pack. Because I don't hear it often, but every time I do read about it, like even if it comes in conversation like we're seeing, in this comment over here, people are always saying that Love Struck really does not help your gameplay, especially. And it's so funny because it's like, especially if you are a person that enjoys like relationship gameplay and like love or family or whatever, it's going to make it worse. So like, who was that pack for? It's too much. Okay, this is the same. This person from the first comment. It's too much. Like, I can see how people would appreciate toxic relationship settings and playthrough, but it shouldn't be the default. It's wild. Yeah. But I also think that what they wanted to do with Love Struck would be achievable if the core of the game wasn't Sims 4, if it was another game, or if they were trying to do this for something that wasn't as freaking overloaded as The Sims 4. But no. And Love Struck is like, what, the 20th expansion pack for The Sims 4? Expansion pack, only talking expansion packs? Maybe even later. So like, what were they thinking? My Sims kept dropping dead. No, I'm dying. My Sims kept dropping dead because heartbreak, and they are not even cheating. Jenna is saying, I bought it on release and I haven't played in a long time because I switched to The Sims 3, slay, and then dipped on anything EA, so I kind of forgot my experience, but I remember it did change the gameplay. I don't think it made me hate how things were after, but it was for sure different for me. Thank you for sharing. Definitely a shift. My computer was broken during the release of Love Struck. The whole concept seemed so weird and incomplete to me. You'd think that would have kept me from buying it. Autonomous flirting has been happening for a year. So is that good? stop trying to make non-autonomous flirting happen. This could be from Eco Lifestyle. It's called Free Love. Don't even get me started from the shit from Eco Lifestyle. Guys, how old were you? What was your face the first time you played with Eco Lifestyle? And out of nowhere, everybody was wearing those bags, those trash bags in their head, on top of their head. What do you mean? And then it's so annoying because if you leave the voting to go automatically, imagine, because in Sims 4 you can do this crazy thing, which is you leave in this world, but you can go to the gym in another world. You go to that world, and then everybody's wearing the paper bag. And there are settings to remove it, but that would always send me, even because sometimes I would ask them to stop and they would not stop. So, pretty fucking annoying. Bridgerton reference mentioned. So this was a Bridgerton reference. I didn't catch it, thanks. That's me. I'm sorry to all my Bridgerton girlies who I admire and I have nothing against, but I have never watched Bridgerton in my life. I'm currently boycotting Netflix completely. From my boycott list, there's Netflix. But I think I still had it when Bridgerton first came out, but it was never... And don't get me wrong, I love costume. I love costume drama. Like, the premise of Bridgerton seems great to me, but I've never really gotten into it. I think that when it comes to like media that I consume, that I watch, I tend to be very picky. And as I grow up, and as I grow older, I feel that I am getting more selective with things I watch. So I was definitely not getting this reference. I'm so sorry if you guys got it. And then I completely like glossed over it. I'm sorry. Sorry to Bridgerton. But apparently this is a reference from Bridgerton. I guess maybe in there they say something like, I am the blank you're having. I know that Bridgerton is pretty sexy, so I have no clue. Let me see if maybe they explain it here. Didn't catch it, thanks, I didn't know. Can you please explain it? Oh, okay. I was yapping and they were explaining it actually. In the show, one of the characters invites a man she has been flirting with to have tea, but she was actually waiting for him to do the woohoo and greeted him with that phrase. So she greets him and she's like, I am the tea. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Stacy. I was also not aware. Is this from season 1? Okay, whatever. I came here to throw hate, but the Bridgerton references distracted me. And this is the same queen that gave us the explanation. I mean, go off. I'll give you a like. Legend. I mean, to me, almost every time The Sims post about something, like make some post like this, it's going to be a blast in the comment section. And speaking of comment section and having a blast in Sims, I gotta tell you something, but I'll tell you in just a bit because it's kind of shady, so I want to leave it. I want to leave it to the end of it. Maybe we should do Untalk. Maybe we should do Untalk for the Drama House talks, where we can talk extra shit later. Rest in peace, The Sims and EA. I mean, fair. What happened? Oh, Clown Baby. The nickname had never felt more appropriate, honey. The Saudi Arabia purchase happened. Still not done, though. Yeah, but let's be real. It's not stopping now. Yeah. EA has killed The Sims. That's what happened. Clown Baby. Come on. I mean, it's not that this is... Is this your first comment section? because people are talking about the buyout everywhere. And then according to the channel you are looking at, so whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I don't know how the crowd is on Twitter, but from all the screenshots that I see on Malcolm's videos, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be on Twitter. That's crazy. But depending on where you're looking, the feedback can be different. I found that on Instagram, there's a lot of EA apologists and there's a lot of creators that interact with the Sims page as much as they can. And if their audience is mainly on Insta, they are going to be talking on Insta. And those are the interactions that just send me on a different planet, honey, because seeing creators that go there and they're like legit, I'm not even making it up. Sometimes they just go there and they write, I love you, The Sims, so that The Sims page hearts it. I mean, girl. Clown baby living under a rock. Yeah. Clown baby just woke up. My sim was flirting with her son, her biological son. Wait, what? My sim was flirting with her son, her biological son that she birthed with no mods right after he became a young adult. Yep, that's what we were saying before. Oh, that's not. I love that the page who commented here is called Jesus Loves You. I can't. Sometimes the internet just breaks me. Oh, Clown Baby is back, guys. Okay, that's not Clown Baby saying, wait, what now? I've never seen that. Clown Baby, if you're watching, let me know and join the Discord and ask us all the questions. We will tell you, we will give you sources, and then you're up to date on the tea, because I cannot believe that you haven't heard about the buyout, but also you have not heard that The Sims 4 are absolutely practicing incest on a daily. You cannot tell me you don't know about that. So Clown Baby, he got a response. Me neither. It must have been a glitch, but they had a romance bar and romantic interactions available. This happens all the time. It's not just the romance bar. It's also the properly attraction system. And how about when they get in The Sims 4 those random symbols like betrayed, like something that has to do with their relationship with that person, and then it's like a family member and they get like memory. It's kind of their solution to memories, you know, and it's like one that is supposed to be with a lover. Just disgusting. Yeah, and let me actually answer to this, because somebody replied to the OP that was explaining how incest happened in her game. Their game, I don't know. I'm assuming gender here based on what I'm seeing on the pictures, guys. I'm so sorry if I'm getting it wrong. Clown Baby doesn't need. We know Clown Baby is a Clown Baby. So this person is saying, I don't see the bad thing. The gameplay is more dynamic. And I'm like, and we talked about this, I think, last week too. Yeah, sure. The first time you think, well, if it happened to me, I would just play it out like, you know, kind of a storyline, like telenovela kind of storyline, you know, Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives or whatnot. Yeah, but it's not intentional. It's not that the game is registering this because the game wants to be a messy bitch. You're not playing the series, what was the Burbank game. By the way, I don't think these kind of things are ever acceptable, to be honest. I don't see any, like, how is it healthy for us to want to be witnessing these kind of storylines happening in our Sims game? If they were intentional, they would have been done in a different way. For example, in this case with this person who got this issue, if it was intentional, Maybe it's because the game wants us to find out that no, they're not biologically mother and son. Although, I don't know. I mean, in this specific scenario, I just think it's gross and there is no way to spin it. But what I was trying to say is that sometimes people, even players, when it happens to them, because I remember doing it, they do this kind of justification that says, well, drama, you know. Then I can just go on a Reddit thread and I can say, this was Linda and she got married twice. And then her biological son fell in love with her because she was so beautiful. Like, and all of this made up crap drama. But it's still a problem because the game is not supposed to do that. The game is not intentional about doing it. And it's fucking gross. And majority of people, honestly, don't want to play that way. Like, majority of people, they are happy to be surprised with like unexpected pregnancy, but they would never want to witness, you know, their sim who gave birth and raised this baby, and you watch them raise this fucking baby, and then just to see a romantic relationship develop. That is just disgusting and sick, in my opinion. Not that this comment is implying all of this, but I'm just saying I understand people justify it that way on the first. If it keeps happening to you, it's all of the above. It's gross, disgusting, should not happen, illegal, yikes, lock them up. But they replied to this person and they said, you don't see a problem with the mother flirting with her biological son just because it makes the gameplay dynamic. Odd. Absolutely. Your messages in the chat are killing me. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Oh my god. Look, Clown Baby, if you want to explain yourself, you'll have a chance to. So just contact me in any way you want, and we'll have you on our next Drama House talks, and you can let us know why you didn't know about all of these things, The Sims. Let me see if el comentarista contestó otra vez. They did. They answered. It's just that I have the murder and explicit woohoo mod installed. Okay, so this person is like, to me, I do all of these crazy storylines with the mod. I don't know. I don't know, even because OP said that they're trying with no mods. So they are playing with no mods, so... And so they told them, it's still weird to actively seek out relationships between biological family, but I suppose to each their own. Yes. But I and Sims in my Sims 4, that's just as bad as those relationships. My comment saying it's dynamic is not serious. Oh God. Look, I know that you may be young playing Sims, but if you're like 12, don't engage in the comment sections because they're like 40 years old and below, above, anything. But it's a very mixed crowd here with The Sims. So if you don't know, I don't know, to then ask, was my comment wrong? Like, you play with whatever mod you want. This person is playing with no mods and she still has to go through the incest of it all, so... I can't. No, thank you. Not my kind of tea. True. Okay, Bridgerton. Funnily enough, I don't drink tea. I think it's unfair to sell an expansion pack at a very high price and then resell it with minimal changes to items from a previously released expansion. I can't understand why EA is so greedy. To be fair completely, I know that people seem to have like kind of they woke up now because there was some chatter online about how, you know, the objects from Royalty and Legacy, some of them look like recycled designs and designs that have already appeared. But my question is, haven't they been doing for like kind of a while? Like, am I the only one who has installed? And this is not to justify them. This is just to say, oh, good morning. Because I remember purchasing new packs and thinking like, okay, we're going to be having so many different things. And then suddenly realize that because The Sims 4 doesn't have good color swatches, come on, let's say it bluntly, they don't have cool swatches and they don't have customization. And so they can simply give it another color, keep the shell, change like some little details here and there you go, it's a new object. It's kind of in the business model of the game, you know? Not that with other games you wouldn't buy cosmetics. The Sims 3 has all of that customization, but you still want objects that are in one pack or the other. Although, in my opinion, I feel that one of the main reasons to buy packs for The Sims 3 is the gameplay. Yeah. The SpongeBob packs had furniture taken from pets. There you go. It's like they do it all the time. I remember installing like some new content and seeing stuff that was like almost identical. But then like they're almost identical, but the colors will not be. So they're never gonna give you like a matching table, counters, fridge, stove, you know, kind of thing. No. Absolutely not. But yeah, the truth, Sarah Croft is saying management and shareholders are parasites and difficult to satisfy with profits. Customers are secondary to them. 100%. Okay, Bridgerton people. My kind of people. Do not try to relate to us. You are $1 million bullshit company that care more about money than quality. Bunch of cash grab nonsense. I mean, come on.
Slay! Slay!
I liked this one. Actually, let me like it in all the lights. What? 2 more kids came out today? God, I missed all of this. No way. One of the kids is about to... right. It's like, okay. The kids that came out today, are they the kids that people bought in the bundle when they pre-order Royalty and Legacy? Yes, I'm just asking you questions. I have a browser. I have a browser like open right in front of me, but tell me guys, are they the same kids? And now are coming out for everybody, even those people that didn't buy them in the bundle? No. Okay, good. Better. Different kids. Okay. What the fork? A comment by Tasty Pasta 10. My kind of people. What the fork? Bridgerton. The bugs also made my head hot. We're getting 2 new kids today. The Yard Charm and Playground Playroom. Sims, blink if you need help. Are you okay? Sims, do you need rescue? It's Kid Fest month. Haven't you heard? No, I am like a baby, clown baby. I'm like clown baby. I'm not aware of anything, especially kids. So somebody's telling this person that this is a reference to Bridgerton, and they're answering, I'm well aware, still badly executed. I'm not alone who thinks like that, especially for the targeted audience who are younger than the game is rated. So they got the Bridgerton reference and they were still like, fuck you, The Sims 4. Sorry to the social media team, as always. Cannot imagine what morale is like at the office. Escape while you can. Yeah, they can quit. I mean, it's not that simple in practice to quit your job, like 100%. But just like I've said in other videos, and I hope that when I say this, people don't think that I'm just going against comments like these. Like, I think it's beautiful that as human beings, we are like concerned for, how well the people who are behind these posts, how well they're doing with this whole thing, with EA, with The Sims, whatever. But at the same time, it is my experience that when, as an employee, you're not happy in your workplace and you have a job that puts you in contact with customers' feedback, with the outside world's feedback, and the feedback is bad, like the feedback is, we hate this company, fuck you, like what we're seeing in here. As an employee who probably is not like making millions out of the job, they're not gonna be thinking like, the people are really, really eating us alive in the comment section. So like, this is really saddening. I mean, it's probably saddening to them as much as it can be for you and I, if they have that connection to The Sims and the franchise. But in general, employees would be like, have you seen the comment section? Haha, If corporate is getting the message from the outside world that what they're doing is not nice and people are not liking and they're trying to boycott a product, trust and believe that this kind of behavior and antics and tactics to just make as much money as possible for the top of the pyramid at that company, this kind of behavior is already reflecting in the workplace, like way before we see it. In my opinion, like the two things go in tandem. They don't go separately. Like, it's very hard for you to find a place where the consumers like hate the guts of the company, like completely the same way sometimes we feel so strongly about EA, It's very hard that in environments like those ones, the workforce is being treated like, princes and princesses over there with beautiful salaries, with amazing opportunities and all of that. And to be honest, in my opinion, in the case of EA, if there is somebody that is going to get like benefits and all of the goodies and the good stuff, who's going to be? Probably the new gen of Sims influencers that are going to be recruited now with the new Sims Creators Program. I think those guys will actually be treated pretty kindly, but I don't think that the treatment for the majority of the workforce at EA is positive. And I'm just saying this out of speculation. I don't know anybody that works there, but if you work there, or if you have recently worked there and you want to spill the tea anonymously with me, I'm always available. I'm manifesting it, guys, because I mean, what a bombshell that would be. What a bombshell. Did you know there are people converting Sims 4 objects to Sims 1? Okay, that's cool. I love when the community acts in favor of the community. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite. The tea is hot next to my bugs. Tea might be hot, but my CPU is hotter. New update, heating things up. The game is lagging more than ever. Make it make sense. Fucking hell. Oh, okay. CPUs can wear out over time. Also, a failing hard drive can cause those problems. Yes, for sure. For sure. It has to be a machine problem. Cannot be The Sims. Please release GTA 6. There's always a cry in the distance for freaking GTA. Yeah. The Sims is the patient. Even with surgery, EA cannot fix what is fundamentally broken. Yep. But Yanni bots, I think I've seen you in comments or even in the live chat sometimes. Am I just coming here to stalk all of our Drama House friends? Ooh, the Maverick revealed. Okay. How about you all fix the damn game that I haven't been able to play for over a damn year now? I've been playing this game since 2001 when I was when I was a dang adolescent. I am beyond pissed. Fix something. I mean, really. I mean, yes, honey. Standing with you, Maverick. Standing with you. Fix your game. Fix that body. Fix that face. Why release the new kit on the same day as the Bridgerton release day? Why? Ah, so they also did that. We're slowly connecting the pieces. And I love that we're like non-Sims 4 players at the moment. And like not here eager to know about the release of all the kits and everything. And we don't know shit about Bridgerton either. But thank God the community is adding like some crumbs to this to this situation with this post. Okay, so there are several connections, even with the release of the kits, I guess. West Anime Sims, definitely friends of the Drama House. This post made me choke on the tea I'm sipping. Bruh, stop being mean to The Sims. It's a wonderful game and one of my favorites. I hope that's sarcasm, but if not, all good. Go ahead and get the game fixed. It is really horrible to play with all those bugs and lagging responses. Right now, it's trash. And I've been reading, like, from different accounts that the game, since their pre-Royalty and Legacy release, they've done an update, and people are saying that after that update, we've seen comments from console players, we've seen some other comments in the other episodes too about the different bugs, but it seems that that update didn't help at all. But I do, you know, sometimes when I work on those videos that are about the buyout, and I'm always thinking like, you know, maybe I am hitting this too much, because by now, if you watch content from Sims community, you should be at least aware that the buyout is happening, like even if you don't know the exact details. And so sometimes I'm working on those topics and I think, well, you know, people must be a little bit tired of hearing about the EA buyout and all. And then I go to like Sims Spaces comment sections and I'm like, fuck, nobody knows. So I think that maybe the takeaway should be that although I thought that it should be kind of clear what's going on with the buyout, maybe we can do another video and explain it in a clearer way. I just feel that I want to tackle that topic completely, and there's also another part of me that is like, I hate this topic with all my heart. I cannot really believe it. Like, when in that video when Malcolm I said, I can't fucking believe that Jared Kushner is in this one too. I meant it, like that was my feeling, like 100%. really in here too. In the fucking Sims games too. It's just, I'm tired of the grabby little fingers of the industry and empty promises and gaslighting of consumers. Because ultimately, them releasing the kits with Bridgerton, this stupid ass post, all of these things that they try to do to stay relevant and continue to create this brand love. Like, ultimately, these are just little tactics from running away from the accountability of what has been going on. What has been going on with The Sims as a game, but also what has been going on with EA as a company. I'm not expecting EA to pull out a statement that says, everybody's pissed at us because of the buyout. Absolutely not. I think it's expected, the behavior from EA's side. I always hope that the behavior from our side will get more and more united, in the sense of, if we want the story to be a success story, there has to be some input from our side as well. So my hope is that we will continue to do that and to influence the community, which is a community, people are always saying, oh, so toxic, so toxic. I think that at the end of the day, if what united us was not as corrupt as it is right now, and in such a downfall moment that they're experiencing, I don't think that this toxicity would exist, because the main toxic point that people always bring up with the Sims community is, some people say that The Sims 4 is great and they are like ready to bend over and see when EA will be, putting it up their fucking asses. And then there is another part of the community which is like, this is insane. I cannot believe what's going on, and I am boycotting the product because of terrible quality. And now I am boycotting it because of these like political and human rights reasons. So is that the toxicity? It feels to me that we're separated by the shitty behavior and antics and practices of EA, rather than, creating toxicity amongst us. So my hope is that by continuing to talk about all of these things that have been going on in the community and in the gaming space more broadly, which is what I've been trying to do lately, I truly hope that we'll achieve something, even if that something is more of us feel that, there is one way, and that way right now for us Sims lovers and players, that way is away from fucking EA. That is truly my hope. I would love to see the NDA that they make creators sign. Me too, honey. OMG. And they're like, no, but you don't need, like, you can express all of your opinions about the Sims games. Like, participation doesn't dictate opinions. That's what they said. And I'm like, I wish I could see. And you know what I wish? I think I saw somebody commenting this in a video recently. I wish that one of the big ones, just one. You don't need to give them all to me. Like, I honestly, one is fine. But that one of the big creators just did like a tell all video, I would watch it, baby. I would be like, give me my popcorns. I need to know better. A tell all, but during the Drama House talks. So I get to ask the questions. I would love it. But obviously, I even think that they clearly stretched the line. Like, they probably already had to go through a lot of what ifs when they all issued the statement about leaving the Creators Network. And I get it that not everybody is, eager to go and tell everybody about some shitty practices. Or maybe to them, they weren't even shitty practices. But I wonder if now they're seeing that they are shitty practices. I don't know. I am fascinated, curious, and I would love to see those NDAs. And I also would love to hear the real experience. And you know, just ask the question, like, James Turner, did you ever have a moment where like you wanted to post this and EA was like, I would die. I would love to. I would love to. Well, let's keep manifesting it. How about that? How about that? Let's keep manifesting it, you guys. Which also means, I guess, let's keep manifesting the Drama House talks, right? Because I am seeing a total 96% on our poll. I'm going to stop the poll now. Thank you so much for voting. To all 26 of you guys, thank you. So we have, to the question, are we continuing our Thursday talks? 96% of you said yes. Yay! Oh my God. You're telling me that the Drama House talks get to live another day? You're telling me we get to slay another day? Wait, what? The 4% clicked on Let's End It Forever? I really thought that 4% was Let's Take a Break. Honey! 4% fake fans, 4% misclicked. Yes, they probably are the same that when I asked about the call-up video said, no, I'm not gonna watch it. Well, whatever, 4%, we are still gonna be doing it because my majority said yes. For the gods, they said. And I'm so happy, you guys. Because honestly, having the approval from your side about continuing with the talks is really giving me ideas on what we could do next. Because this is our like beginner format that I tried coming up with in order to organize a little bit the topics that we go through. But I wonder how we can grow with this and how more exciting and engaging this can become. So I'm definitely super excited. Definitely super excited. And thank you for supporting me. You know, we moved literally from playing to yapping for 3 hours on a Thursday. So I really appreciate that you've been open-minded. Yes, and I truly appreciate you for last week and my emotional outburst. Now that this has happened, you know, we're friends forever. You know, we're bonded forever, right? So yeah, I guess the Drama House talks shall continue at least for the next month. I will keep checking on you, and I think that if we all feel that it's not feeling cool anymore, we will just move to something else, just like we've done with the herbs. By the way, we played the herbs on Monday. We're gonna play again on Monday. Make sure you come there, and if you want to play bingo, you can join us on Discord, and I will give you a beautiful bingo cards. The link is in the description of this live stream. Any live stream, the Drama House page. Feel free to browse it, honey, because, you know, Lady Drama, she's been posting so many videos since like 20,000 years ago. Like, I bet that there is some content you have missed. So if you feel like binging, binge me. In the spirit of I am the tea you're having, I'm saying if you want to binge me, honey. Guys, I hope I'll see you on Monday. I will see you otherwise in the comment section. I am working on a video. I think it's coming out on Saturday. Hope and pray. But I'll keep you posted as usual. So thank you so much. This was all. We're continuing the talks. I'm so excited. I really am so excited. And that's it from me, from the Drama House talks. From the Drama House, Lady Drama, going back to you. Thank you so much, and sending you a big hug. Thank you, guys. I will see you Monday, Thursday, next video. Whenever you want me, I'm here. Bye, guys. Ciao, 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 ciao.